In a courtroom ruled by silence and the law, a little girl made every adult pause, not with word, but with a small gesture and a dog. The courtroom ticked with the sound of the clock and the faint scent of old paper mixed with light perfume from the attorneys. At the center sat Elena, a 9-year-old girl with brown pigtails, wearing a mint green sweater with a silver star on the chest. Her feet didn't touch the floor. She clutched a worn-out stuffed beaver with one torn ear, a toy she hadn't let go of since she was little. Elena was a witness in a custody trial that had lasted 4 months. To the left sat her mother, tired yet determined. To the right, her father, silent, unreadable. But Elena didn't look at either of them. Her eyes were fixed on a corner of the room, where Max, a black and white border collie, lay still. His coat shimmered, his eyes full of understanding. On his small vest, embroidered words read, "Emotional support animal. Do not distract without permission." Elena suffered from anxiety stemming from trauma, what doctors called silent trauma. She hadn't spoken a word in nearly a year, except to Max. He was the only reason she was even in court that day, her one remaining bridge of trust. Judge Rodriguez, a composed, soft-spoken man, addressed her gently. "Elena, you don't need to speak if you're not ready, but if you want, you can use the signs we practiced. Everyone here wants to hear you, in the way that feels safest to you." Elena blinked slowly, then tilted her head slightly toward Max. A second later, she raised 2 fingers and drew a small diagonal line in the air. Max stood up, walked slowly to the witness stand, and sat beside Elena, facing the courtroom. The room fell utterly silent. Elena made another gesture, this time 3 light taps on her knee. Max gave a low growl, not out of anger, but like he was signaling something. Elena's psychologist, Ms. Margot, immediately stepped forward, holding a small box. "This is the notebook Elena gave me last week. She said, if Max gives the second signal, please give this to the judge." Inside was a hand-drawn journal. Each page held a piece of memory. One showed a messy kitchen, a broken chair, and a shadowed figure slamming the wall in anger. The next showed Elena hiding under a table, with Max standing in front of her, ears alert. On the last page, a child's shaky handwriting read, "I don't want to make anyone sad, but Max says I deserve to be safe." Judge Rodriguez read each word slowly. Then he looked up, his voice slightly trembling. "Thank you, Elena. What you've done is incredibly brave." At that moment, Elena raised her head and met his gaze, and nodded. It was the first time she had looked directly at an adult, other than Max. A few minutes later, the judge declared, "The court grants full legal custody to Elena's mother. This decision takes effect immediately." Elena's mother burst into tears. Max lowered his ears and wagged his tail, as if he understood. The father said nothing. He bowed his head and quietly left. 6 months later, in a blooming spring park, Elena sat reading a book. Max lay beside her, his head resting on her lap. A young boy approached. "Your dog's so nice. Can I pet him?" Elena smiled. This time, no stuffed toy, no hesitation. She touched 3 fingers to her shoulder. Max licked his lips and wagged his tail. "That means he said yes," Elena replied. Her voice was soft and but steady. Sometimes courage doesn't roar in loud voices. It speaks in the smallest signals. And sometimes the most loyal friend needs no words at all, just eyes that see, ears that listen, and a presence exactly when we need it most.